Welcome back to Sudoku Topology. Watch this beautiful torus get drawn in. This is puzzle E5. Let's see, we've got the digits 1 through 5. We've got some white dots, meaning consecutive. We've got an arrow, which says that these two digits sum to that one. We've got this digit, which is even, which is very generous because there's only 2 evens in the entire puzzle, so that is a 2 or a 4. And our boxes, remember, come in 2 flavors. The marked flavor, which was this one, which is the slices out, if you're trying to cut your donut into pieces, and the layer cake, if you're trying to cut your donut in a very bizarre way. I guess it's like, this is how you cut a donut, this is how you cut a bagel. Do you say it bagel? Some people say it bagel. I say bagel. But anyway, yes, so that is the way to think about it, is there's the bagel regions and the donut regions. Okay, I'm always excited to see an arrow. I should mark immediately that on a white dot, an even always goes with an odd, so this is a 1, 3, or 5. I know this arrow isn't 4, 2, 2, for what it's worth. It could be 4, 1, 3, but it's not 4, 2, 2. Is it just not possible that these are the same digit at all because of the 2, 4? I think these could still be... Oh, they can't be 1, 1. Oh, no, they can be 1, 1, 2. I think these could be 1, 1, 2 still. So I think this could still be one of those tricksy repeating arrows. Let's see. I'm trying to look to see if there's any bagel regions or donut regions that have a lot of white dots. Oh, there we go. Okay. This white dot is very relevant because this white dot definitely has the last even number in the region on it. So what that means is that that both of these are odd, because you can't make a white dot without an even. And so that even plus the white dot here, that means that these are certainly from 1, 3, 5, and that one certainly is not 5. Because then I would need to make this number a number bigger than 5, and that would be a problem. Okay, so if this is the even, then that would be even, because I would have odd, odd, even. If this is the odd, then I'll have odd, odd, and that'll be even. So yeah, parity-wise, I know that these are opposite parities. I don't know if I want to start immediately diving into coloring parities. I might. I do see that this odd is going to tell me that this digit here is even, because it's next to that one there. Let's see. So I get to do that same trick from the beginning again. This 2, 4 is even. One of these 2 digits is even. That's all the evens because 2 and 4 are my only options. So therefore these are 1, 3, 5. That's therefore 2, 4 because it's opposite an odd. Let's see. Oh, and this bagel way layer has a 2, 4 and a white dot. And so we know what that means. That means that these 2 are 1, 3, 5. So that one's 2, 4. Okay, and now this bagel layer, the most classic bagel layer, you could say, has a 2, 4 and a white dot, which makes these both 1, 3, 5, which makes that cell 2, 4 because it's across a white dot. This is very classy setting. All right, so that definitely feels like what we were supposed to notice, at least the start of it. If these two 4s are different, then that cell is odd, is another thing I notice. I guess this 2-4 is either there or it's there. Like, I would like to be able to color these 2 4s. I don't think I'm going to be able to immediately, but I think it would be helpful because I think I'll probably be able to figure out where 3s go if I could color the 2 4s. I mean, this is the tiniest pencil mark ever, but that's certainly a 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is a 1, 2. It doesn't really restrict things that much. Okay, well, this certainly isn't a 2 or a 1. Sorry, it could be a 2. It can't be a 1. Because if this was a 1, that would be a 2, but then the only 2 are would be 1, 1. So this is actually also from 2, 3, 4, 5, which actually forces that one of these 2 digits is a 1, which is huge. It's not as pretty as the even odd stuff, but it'll do, because it means this cell's not a 1. Because it sees that 1 for sure. So this is at least 2, 3, 4. Now, that means that if this is a 3, that has to be a 2. It also means that this isn't a 2 anymore, actually, because now the minimum sum is now 3, funnily enough. So this is a 3, 4, or 5. Still do 3, 1, 2. For example, okay, so if that's a 3, 4, 5, yeah, that. Okay, so now the only way that this is not. The only way the even on this dot is not 4 is if that cell is a 2, which would make that a 3, 1, 2. I don't see that breaking immediately. As best I can tell. Oh, it is good to know these 2 digits are different now. I didn't know that before, but these 2 are definitely different. Because, well, if this is a 3, that can't be a 3, and if this is a 1, that's never a 1. So that is a good thing to note. It does keep coming to my mind, so I'm going to say it in case it's relevant. I doubt it's the trick, but it's what I've been thinking of sort of every once in a while from the beginning of the puzzle. If this is a 1, it means these 2 digits are in a white dot relationship, which could be problematic with all the white dots that are scattered everywhere. This is a 3, that's a 2, and that's a 5. If this is a 1, that could be anything. Is what I'm actually saying that this is never a 3? No. Oh, maybe. No, this can be a 3 if this is 1, 4, and 5. That will work. I was hoping I would catch an extreme white dot, because that would be helpful in terms of contemplation. All the odd even stuff seemed so natural. I'm going to color odds and evens just because it so felt like it was the point. that I'm going to do it even though I don't actually know. But anyway, by convention, if your last name isn't Antony, you make evens blue because even has an even number of letters, and odds orange because odd and orange both start with O. So we get to color these. Like that. Those are all orange. That is blue. And we can try and visualize if there's some layer where I know where both blues are, more so than I had previously thought, or if there's some way that I actually know something about what these digits are, which would also be good. It's like, I know that every different region has 2 blues and 3 oranges, is what I am sort of using here. So I know like one of these 2 is, of course, the last orange for this. If that's orange, it makes that cell blue. And I know exactly one of these is blue. Because I can't do odd equals odd plus odd. That is not a valid configuration. And there are cells like this one that see both of those. So I do know that this isn't the blue digit that's on this arrow, for whatever that is worth. But it could be the other blue digit. Let's see. And like this blue digit sees one of the ends of the arrow. This blue digit sees the other end of the arrow. That I know. And I am trying to sort of also think about like places where, like, if there's some way that like knowing that 5 and 5 as an orange digit only has 1 blue it pairs with. So I'd love to see an orange digit that I know is paired with both blue digits. If that is available, I do not presently see it. It just felt so natural that the beginning of the puzzle was all of those consecutive placing all the evens and odds, that it felt like the next step has to follow from that, even though I, at the moment, cannot understand how. I could try asking things like, where does this white dot go in this region, and see if that is useful. I am not sure if it will be. Oh, maybe? So maybe it is if I'm willing to color a little bit more, we'll say recklessly. As I know the 2-4 on this white dot is, of course, not the pink 2-4. So we can make it the yellow 2-4 is the other one. So then we know one of these 2 has the pink 2-4, for what it's worth. That kind of thing might work, although I probably started in the wrong place if I'm going to try that. So there's a 2-4 on these that's the opposite of that 2-4, which makes one of these 2-4s at least the same as that 2-4. I don't quite see how to put that together just yet. Like, I guess, like, whatever 2-4 this is, the other 2-4 ends up on one of these two dots. So I guess this is like an umpteenth way to say this 2-4 is one of those two at least. But I am not quite sure what to do with that yet. I really feel like I should be trying to make use of the fact that the arrow is an even-odd pair, and that if this is a 1, that it's going to cause problems somehow with the fact that it would be a white dot relationship. And I'd love to say something about 3, but there is always this 514 option. This digit in the bottom bagel region is quite restricted, because it can only go there or there, and both of those are on white dots again. Although those white dots don't quite end up seeing each other as nicely as one would hope. Let's see, do I know anything? Yeah, so if this is a 1, I guess I don't even know that this digit is the same as that digit. They could be the opposite way around. God, I wish there was some single cell that I knew was even that also definitely saw the arrow digit that was even, but I think all of my cells just narrowly avoid that. Like, I know this cell sees the even on the arrow, but I don't think that quite does anything. If I think about the dots as a collection of digits, then I know, like, this dot and this dot are different, for example, because, I mean, I guess it's a different way of saying they have a different 2-4 on them. And there are only 4 total white dots that we could have, so saying they're different is not nothing. I just proved to myself that these two can't both be the same 2-4. However, there might be simpler proofs of that than the one that I was given. I do have several white dots that I have not marked at all yet. I mean, I've used them. I think I've used every white dot to orange a bunch of things. I just haven't... One of these sees the even on the arrow. So if these two are the same, it's the other even from the even on the arrow, for whatever that is worth. Let's see. Yeah, the even on the arrow still entices me. I still feel like that's got to be the thing I'm supposed to be thinking about, but I can't... I still don't see what it's going to do for me. I mean, I wonder if I'm supposed to be, like, actually asking, like, can the even on the arrow really be here for one of these two, and see that it breaks somewhere down the line, but sadly, like, none of these chain, so it's not like I can say, like, I know this is one even and one odd, but I don't know that I can do a whole lot with that. I mean, I guess that lets me relate the parity of these two cells, if you want. That's maybe worth doing. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I'm going to attempt this. This might help. It's very unlikely, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to say that these are the yellow parity and the pink parity. And now, because this ring has one even and one odd left, that means that that parity is pink. And the same is true of this one. So that parity is yellow. And so that one is pink. And so that one is yellow. If I bounce around like that, because of the fact that we said those are opposite parities, this is yellow because it's on a white dot. And so now that's pink. Okay, I now think this is probably what I was supposed to do. Because I see that this has... oh, in fact, actually, it's even better. I actually know which one yellow is, because now I've got two yellows with a 2-4. Okay, I'm going to go back and redouble check that given my recent track record, but let's go back and check that again. Okay, so my first thing was to say, oops, I'm going to color that yellow and that pink, and then say, okay, well, I know that each of these have only one left, so we can sort of bounce them around like that. And so then we'll bounce across the white dot, bounce across the arrow, bounce across the white dot, and then we'll get that there are two things of the same parity with a 2-4, which means that yellow is orange. Okay, and so that means, let me mark all the yellows are orange, and all of the pinks are blue. And so we can then figure this out. Okay, so now if this is blue, it has to be a 4. So that has to be a 2. These have to be a 1-3 pair, because we said it's not 2 plus 2, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 3. And 4 has made that a 2. Let's see, this 2 is certainly next to a 1 or a 3 and not a 5. That's a 4 because it's across the, or it's in the same ring as the 2, so that's a 2. Let's see. Oh, this 5 is on a white dot, so the thing it's on a white dot with is a 4, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 4. And I think now we've got all the even... No, we don't have all the even digits in the puzzle. Not yet, we do not. Oh, this 3 sees that 1. So this is not a 1 anymore. And that is a 3 or a 5. It's a 3 or a 5, and it's not a 5 because it's on a white dot with a 2. So that's a 3. So that makes that a 5. So now this is on a white dot with a 4, and it's not a 5, so it's a 3. Uh-oh. What did I do? No! Zeta! What are you doing to me? So I said this had to be a 3 or a 5, but how did I say this wasn't a... Oh, because it's on a white dot with a 2, so of course it's a 3. So that's a 5, which then immediately breaks. Okay. Okay, I'm going to restart, and we're going to do this, I think, quickly. And then we'll figure out what messed up. So we'll start with our same even odd coloring across this, and I know this one is even because it's given to me to be even, so I know both of these are odd, and so I know that that is even. Now we now know that there's an even and a white dot, so that means that both of these are odd. That's opposite and odd, so it's even. Then that's an even plus that's a white dot. So that means that these are both odd. So now that's even. Okay, there's an even on this row together with a white dot, so that means these are both odd. And so that's even because it's across a white dot. Okay, and so I think we could have made our observation maybe more naturally by saying that's yellow and that's pink. Because as soon as that's yellow, again, that's automatically pink. And that's automatically pink. And so that's automatically yellow because I need one of each there. And so that's pink. And so that's yellow. And that's pink. Okay, and so I've now gotten back where I was before, where I have two pinks together with a blue, and there's only two blues, so that doesn't work. So pink has to be orange. Pink is orange, which means yellow is blue. And so if that's true, then that is also blue. And so that's orange. That's blue. Let's see, and now we've got everything colored for even and odd. So now hopefully things will follow. Oh, was my proof wrong that this couldn't be 2, 1, 1? I think that might have been it. 2, 1, 1 could be a 3. Anyway, let me just color. So these are certainly both from 1, 3. Whether this is a 5 or not will leave to be a mystery. Oh, and one of these is definitely 1, because otherwise the arrow sums to 6. So this is not 1. This is a 3, 5 kind of odd. So one of those two is 1, I suppose. Yeah, I don't immediately see why I thought 2, 1, 1 didn't work before. I do see why this can't be a 1. So, yeah, this is a 2 or a 4, but that's not super helpful because all blues are 2, 4. Now, maybe I just screwed up that argument before, and maybe I'm actually just supposed to full-on color the blues, because I'm sure I can color the blues now. So this will be the pink blue and the yellow blue, and we'll follow that around, and so that'll be the pink blue, and the yellow blue, and the pink blue, and the yellow blue, and that's the yellow blue as well. So that is, that's the pink blue. So that's the yellow blue. I just say these things as though they're perfectly normal sentences. Just say that that's the pink blue and that's the yellow blue. And so that's all the blues colored. I don't know if I can color the oranges as easily. Okay, I'm looking for 2 white dots that connect to the same color, and the oranges see each other. That might not exist, but I'm hoping for it because that means one of the digits involved is 3. And maybe we could decide which one. let's see. Where are all of the oranges that are on white dots with a blue purple? Here are all of the oranges that are on white dots with blue purple, I think. And oh, that one too. Conveniently, not a single one sees any of the others. Or rather inconveniently, actually. Let's see, this one's with blue yellow. 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 Might be all our ones with blue yellow as well. Oh, this just can't be 1-3. Okay, so here's having now admitted that I was just wrong before. If these are 1-3, that's a problem because it forces this cell to be 5, and then it makes both of these 4, because 1 plus 3 is 4, but that's a 5, so that's a 4. That doesn't work. So these can't be at 1-3 pair. I don't know how I proved that before, but it was bogus. So the thing I was actually supposed to say is, okay, so these are 1s, and that's a 2. Okay, and so pinks are 4 everywhere. Yellows are 2 everywhere. And now we get to examine further. Okay, so this is a 3 or a 5. This is a 3 because it's next to a 2 on a white dot and it isn't 1, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 1. This is a 5 just by process of elimination. There's nothing left in that row. So this orange sees 1 and 5, so it's a 3. So that's a 5. That's a 1 just by its ring. This sees 1 in its bagel and 5 in its donut, so this is a 3, and that's a 1. So now this sees 1 and 5 in its bagel, so it's 3, and then it's 5 for the donut, and then we are done. Ooh, boy. Yeah, if I had not somehow convinced myself that, oh, it doesn't work if the arrow is 2, 1, 1, I don't know. I don't even know that I ever actually even said that, did I? I'm now curious. I ever even said that, or if I just hallucinated that I had said it earlier in the puzzle. Because I definitely said one of these two had to be 1. I don't even know, actually, thinking back, if I just said, oh, but this can't be 2. I mean, if I feel like if I'd have said that, then I don't know. Anyway, this is a very nice use of parody as a puzzle. The resolution being the 1-3 makes both colors 4. I don't love that as a resolution. If that was the intended resolution, I'm not sure. But I did really like the coloring, and the coloring actually is quite unexpected, because you heard me talk about it for a while saying I don't think it'll work, and then of course as soon as I just gave in and tried it, it did. Especially once, since you got to see me do it twice, I went back and did it with the arrow. I think that was really the sort of the most natural way to go about it. Anyway, definitely one of my favorites overall, definitely a highlight. But that's all for now. Give the video a thumbs up, please. And thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with more Sudoku Topology. Bye for now.